Maybe without this, their heritage would be lost.
It has been 40 years, but a Minnesota man is making sure people who died in Vietnam will be remembered forever. Good evening, and thank you for choosing ABC 6. I'm James Wilcox.
And I'm Betsy Singer. The Vietnam conflict ended in 1975, but echoes of the war can still be felt. Tonight we have the story of one man working to make sure those who lost their lives are always remembered, and a local woman who has been a crucial part of that process.
ABC 6 News reporter Megan Reistedt has more on the faces never forgotten.
Herb Reckinger knows their stories.
Marlon Anderson, St. Paul Park, Arnold Aids, William Christensen.
Knows their faces.
Mark Steele. He lived in Cottage Grove, Minnesota for 1 year.
Knows their families.
And he never returned. His family moved on to Colorado.
But they never actually met.
No, not a one.
However, for Herb, he didn't have to know them to know their sacrifice.
Maybe without this, their heritage would be lost. So she put me in touch.
Herb's search for these fallen service members will be used at the Future Education Center near the Vietnam Memorial Wall in Washington, D.C. A memorial with the names, faces, and stories of those killed or missing in action.
This is Arnold Aids. And
for Herb, it all started with an envelope with 3 names from the St. Paul Park area. As a member of his local historical society, Herb decided to give the search a try.
You know, there's over 58,000 names on that wall, and Minnesota has 1,074 names on that wall.
Names.
Okay.
That turned into a lifetime's work.
Out of that 1,074, for any state our size, we're ahead of the game. But you asked what I'm trying to do in this. I'm trying to get all them names. So when I started this a little over a year ago, all these names that go all the way around here were on the map next to the towns they belong to. The orange would stand for when I'd get a county completed.
About 3 months into his search, he came across this name.
He's right here. He's Kerry Gossman.
A name that changed the search's success.
I just miss him. He was incredible. He was, oh, I didn't want to do this. He was just, I was so very proud of him.
Connie Thiedens from Rochester was only 5 when her brother died in the Vietnam War. Connie still has the letter her brother wrote home to their mother in 1970.
Mom, I have a feeling I won't be coming back alive from Vietnam. I don't know why, but something just keeps saying to me, you won't make it. Oh, well, if I don't make it, at least I'll die for something I believe in. That is democracy in the United States and freedom for the world. Kerry. They think he befriended a Vietnamese, and it turned out to be a Viet Cong. And he said the guy put a rattlesnake in his sleeping bag. So it wasn't, he wasn't shot in battle, he wasn't shot out of the sky or anything, but he's still gone.
Gone, not forgotten.
I know, a week or 2 later, she emails me back and says, you know, I'm a graphic designer. Could you guys use a poster or something?
Herb has handed out more than 100 posters with Connie's brother on the front, along with 6 others, trying to put faces to the names.
And it gives me some credibility. I'm not a veteran. I never knew any of these guys. So you need something like this.
If this can bring a little part of closure of memories of anything, it's worth it all.
And then you look this up, you go down and click on.
In Olmsted County, 5 soldiers were without photos for the project.
There you lost 15 soldiers. So of course most of them came from Rochester. But
bringing Herb's search here. The Olmsted County Historical Society.
So this group, the Gold Star Mothers Club, did a lot of the research for the obituaries for the men that served in Vietnam.
And with their help, all 5 of Olmsted County's soldiers' missing photos were discovered. Still, that leaves 4 Minnesota soldiers yet to be found.
Still missing. These are the 4 names that are still missing.
Donald Jacobson, Gerald Johnson, Joseph Heron, and Lawrence Harris.
William Christensen.
And for Herb Reckinger, what was almost 300 is now down to just 4 names. Names never forgotten.
What an incredible story. If you have any information about the remaining 4 soldiers' photos, head to our website to find out how you can help with the project. Throughout the U.S., other states are also working to find photos of their service members from the Vietnam War. Iowa just finished its search for 522 soldiers.